Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we are going to study about the accelerator principle. In detail, if we want to see what is accelerator principle, the origin of accelerator principle, what is the formula for it, definition of accelerator, then assumptions for the same, and how it operates in diagrammatic presentation, the limitations of accelerator principle, leverage, effect, etc. we are going to see. Let us see in detail. What is accelerator principle? The origin of accelerator principle can be traced back in the writings of Aftalion 1909, Hartree 1913, Bickerdijk 1914. However, the systematic development of the simple accelerator model was made by J.M. Clark in 1917. It was further developed by Hicks, Samuelson, and Harrod in relation to the business cycle. He is Aftalion. He is Hartree. Okay? And I'm unable to get the Bickerdijk photograph. And he is Clark, who combined these two economist theories and developed the accelerator model. And it was further developed by S.J.R. Hicks, Samuelson, and Harrod. Okay? What is the meaning of accelerator? It is a given increase in the demand for the consumption goods in the economy generally leads to an accelerated demand for the machineries, that is, investment goods. Accelerator is the numerical value of the relationship between an increase in consumption and the result increase in investment. That is, accelerator beta is equal to triangle I by triangle C. What do we mean by triangle I? Triangle I refers to change in investment outlays. Triangle C refers to change in consumption demand. Okay, let us assume triangle I is 100 and triangle C is 50. The accelerator expresses the ratio of the net change in investment to a change in consumption. The accelerator coefficient is the ratio between induced investment and an initial change in consumption. Assuming the expenditure of 50 crores on consumption goods, if industries lead to an investment of 100 crores in investment goods industries, we can say that accelerator is true. That is beta. Accelerator is equal to 100 by 50 is equal to 2. What are the assumptions? Number 1, absence of excess capacity in consumer goods industries. Number two, constant capital output ratio. Number three, increase in demand is assumed to be permanent. Number four, supply of funds and other inputs is quite elastic. Number five, capital goods are perfectly divisible in any required size. Operation of the accelerator principle. Let us consider a simple example. The operation of the accelerator may be illustrated as follows. Let us suppose that in order to produce 1,000 consumer goods, 100 machines are required. And also, suppose that working life of a machine is 10 years. 1,000 consumer goods, 100 machines, and 10 years. This means that every year 10 machines have to be replaced in order to maintain the constant flow of 1,000 consumer goods. This might be called replacement demand. Suppose that the demand for consumer goods rises by 10%, that is from 1,000 to 1,100. This results in increase in demand for 10 more machines, so that the total demand for the machine is 20. 10 for replacement and 10 for meeting increased demand. It may be noted here a 10% increase in demand for a consumer good causes a 100% increase in demand for machines, that is from 10 to 20. So, we can conclude even a mild change in the demand for the consumer goods will lead to the wide change in the investment. Yes, let us see in the diagram illustration. Yes is the saving curve. This green line is yes is the saving curve. II is the investment curve. This blue color line, II, orange color line, II is the investment curve. At point E1, the economy in equilibrium with OY1. The equilibrium at point E1 is O to OY1. This is E1, the point equilibrium. Here, the savings and the investment equilibrium is E1. Okay. At point E1, the economy equilibrium with the OY1, income. This is income. Okay. Savings and investments are equal at OI2. Savings and investment. Where it is equal? I2. It equals at I2. Savings and investment equals at I2. Income equals at Y1. O to Y1. Clear? Next. Investment is increased from O1 to OI2 to OI4. This investment is increased OI2 to I is nothing but investment. Okay. OI2 to O. This is OI2. This is OI3. It has been increased. Okay. Investment is increased from OI2 to OI4. from OI2 to OI4. This equilibrium points being E3. See the again equilibrium E3 where savings and investment are one. Clear? The equilibrium point being E3 if the increase in investment by I2, increase in investment by I2, okay, is purely exogenous external factors, that is increase in income by Y1, Y3 would have been due to the multiplier effect. Y1 to Y3 is due to the multiplier effect. Okay. Here, if this is because of multiplier effect, it is assumed that exogenous investment I2 and I3 and induced investment I3 and I4. Induced I2 to I4. Okay. Here I2 to I4, it is increased. Clear? Are you able to understand? IT is assumed that investment I2, I3 and inducement investment is I3 and I4. I3 and I4. Both the sides it has been given. Therefore, increase in income by Y1, Y2 is due to the multiplier effect. Increase in income from Y1 to Y2. This increase in income due to multiplier effect, okay, due to the multiplier effect and the increase in income by Y2 to Y3 is due to the accelerator effect. The income from Y2 to Y3, this is Y2 and Y3. While we are getting Y3, I2 is also increasing. Okay, this is Y1 to Y2. The income is increasing because of multiplier effect, and income from Y2 to Y3 it is because of accelerator effect. Clear? What are the limitations? The assumption of constant capital output ratio is unrealistic. Resources are available only before full employment. Excess capacity in capital goods industries is assumed. Accelerator will work only if the increased demand is permanent. Accelerator will work only when credit is available easily. If there is unused or excess capacity in the consumer goods industry, the accelerator principle would not work. Let us see the accelerator and the multiplier effect joined together made a theory by J.R. Hicks, which is called as a leverage effect, and it is called as super multiplier. Super multiplier is nothing but multiplier and the accelerator interaction. What is leverage effect? The leverage effect describes the effect of debt on the return on equity. Additional debt can increase in return on equity for the owner. This applies as long as the total return on the project is higher than the cost of additional debt. Hicks has combined K is multiplier and beta is accelerator. Mathematically, how it is combined mathematically? It is used to measure the total effect of initial investment on income. It is the combined effect of interaction of multiplier and accelerator. It is worked out by both induced consumption and induced investment. The combined effect of multiplier and the accelerator is called leverage effect. It will lead the economy to very high or low level of income propagation. Y is equal to C plus IA plus IP. Y refers to aggregate income. C refers to consumption expenditure. IA refers to autonomous investment. And IP refers to induced private investment. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.